What's up, my friends? Wanted to jump in here, make the video that I promised you for AMC. Kind of going over just some of the bearish thoughts that I was having. It's just I really think some people just need to calm down and relax a little bit. But I wanted to go over so I could state my case. The whole reason I ever even started a YouTube channel, I never even wanted to. Honestly, I never even really wanted to post on social media. It was just, there was so much just wild misinformation that was out there. I was like, well, maybe I can help a few people, and here we are. So, before we jump into the video, please, as always, nothing I'm giving you is financial advice. It's for educational purposes only. If the video is helpful to you, please like and subscribe. Tell your buddies, whatever. Follow me on Twitter, Colin_Gladman. That's the where I'm going to be posting, most of the information of what I see going on throughout the day. Having said that, bearish thoughts doesn't mean a run is over or the play is dead or anything along those lines. Like I tweeted out earlier, if somebody only gives you bullish information 24/7, they're not giving you TA. I don't care if a chart is attached to it. What they're giving you is they're giving you their bias. My promise to you is I'm never going to do that. I'm going to give you the up, down, sideways look at it, because the reality is myself and nobody else knows exactly what is going to happen. What I do is I use my TA to, like I always say, collect pieces of the puzzle. When you first open a puzzle and you scatter it out all over your table, it doesn't look like anything, right? And then the more pieces of the puzzle you put together, you start getting the bigger picture. So that's what and how I use my TA. So it's RSI is a piece of the puzzle. Fib extensions and retracements are a piece of the puzzle. Volume is a piece of the puzzle. Price action is the piece of the puzzle. And no one indicator, no one candlestick pattern, no one anything is going to give you exactly what you need. That's why you've got to have all those pieces to go, what is my most likely path? What is this picture telling me overall? And in my opinion, we have a bearish candle on the daily. We have a 50-50 candle on the weekly. However, it's happening where it's happening in the trend matters. The fact that it's happening, post 185% run for AMC. We got the RSI hot. We've got weak price action on the push-ups. So to me, all these levels of confluence essentially tell me that AMC needs a pullback. So I'm just going to walk you through them real quick, and then we'll get out of here and you can enjoy your weekend. So number one is going to be the dark cloud cover, which is exactly what we had on Friday. So Thursday we had a nice day, then we gapped up. So dark cloud cover, we gap up. So that means we opened higher than we closed on Thursday. So let's go look at the picture. We opened up here. Then we pushed down and closed more than a 50% retracement of the day one candle. So you can see right here, we closed lower, or 50%, more than 50% lower than the midline of this candle right here. So also, just like I tweeted out, you start putting together RSI being hot, volume exhaustion, price action, we're going to need a pullback. Then the next thing that I tweeted was in the morning, we had a 20-day crossover the 200 EMA, and due to the price getting pushed down throughout the day, it actually closed below. So 1936 is the 20-day and 1943. So obviously still very close, and the EMAs are still curling up. So I do believe that those are going to be catching us. Also too, man, this is so true. For those of you that are traders out there, people will go to work and for 8 hours in a day to make $200, and then they'll see $200 in a trade in 2 minutes and refuse to take any type of profits on it. So just not what this video is about, but I thought that was very profound. So anyway, then I was talking about the formations, okay? So if we look right here at this picture that I shared, what a double top is essentially you have two high points with a low point in between. And both a double top and a cup and handle are going to be, to an extent, they form very much in the same way. So you could easily look at this. So this would have been an uptrend and then be like, okay, this is a rounded shape. So here at top 2, we could pull back just a little bit and that could be a cup and handle. And then the cup and handle obviously is kind of a rounded bottom with a handle, and then you push up and out of it. So if we go over here to the chart, this is where, people are saying, oh, no, Colin, you're wrong. What we're doing here is we're forming a cup and handle. And I do agree that is a possibility. What's not a possibility, in my opinion, and the problem that I have with this, is it's just with how hot everything is. You look at the IV of the options. I was just looking at it. So if I pull up, AMC's IV, to buy essentially an at-the-money call right now, the IV is 186%. Let me say that again. It's 186%, where AMC's usual volatility, when it's running nice and cool. Now, it's always a high IV stock, okay? The volatility is always up on AMC just due to its nature being a meme stock. But you really want to see that right around like 100, okay? So it's almost double of where it usually is. So yes, this is a potential of what could play out. I'm not saying that it's not. My problem is where are we going to go? Okay? And, moon boys are going to be like, the moon, man. That's where we're going, bro. That's great. And I want to get there too, I promise. But what is most likely to me, especially when you get in here, you start looking at the price action. So we pushed up, obviously, had a great volume. Second start of the push up, decent volume here. Third push up, volume is just dying off, okay? Let me look at these candles in comparison, okay? Let's just do that. Look at these big old candles that were just taking us. Now, look at these. Okay? All right. What candles are the big ones here? The bearish candles. The bears have the momentum. The bears have the control. Once again, in my opinion, you are more than welcome to your opinion. This is just my channel. So on my channel, you're going to get my opinion. So what I don't want to see is I don't want to see a break of essentially this neckline right here. So where we came down and consolidated before the big push up that initially took us to 2750, and then we came back down, consolidated in this range, showed support. So we want to see kind of this neckline hold. So what I want to see is essentially kind of coming down here. As you can see, that would be in the 382 area, and I would like to see towards the top of my trend line right here in the 382 is we see essentially a good solid push back up, then kind of get kicked off the 236, and then kind of just start making our way up like that. That would be my preferred scenario. I don't want to see us coming down here, have a weak bounce, come down here, hit this, have another weak bounce, then get rejected out the 382 in the trend line, because then that's when we're going to start really experiencing some lower lows. So this is what I want to see. I want to see somewhere between, I would love it to be right around here at the 382 at basically $22.28 in that ballpark. But definitely worst case scenario would be a double bottom right here off this 0.5, which is also, I don't have it up right there. Let me pull it up for you. Which is also right here where you can see where we hit the 200-day simple moving average. Then we had the big push right back up. Okay, so kind of a double bottom on the 0.5. That would be what I want to see. Therefore, giving us time for hopefully IV to cool off a little bit. We want the RSI to cool off a little bit. Then, if we come down here and we kind of do one of these and then we hit this, then we can start making our way back up, okay? But that is basically what I wanted to show you guys. So, I'm sorry, one more thing. So that's going to be on the formation. Just wait for your confirmation on that. And then right here, 185% move since May, so a decent little pullback here makes a lot of sense. And then, like I said, right here on the spinning top, yes, it's a 50-50 candle. However, if we read about it, a spinning top occurring at the peak of an uptrend can can signify that the bullish is losing track and the trend is about to reverse. However, when a spinning top is at the base of a downtrend, it is a sign that the bearish is losing control and the bullish may take control at that point in time. So you just got to go, well, okay, are we at an uptrend or are we at a downtrend? Well, I mean, for me, this is clearly at the top of an uptrend. So, like I said, my preferred, bullish scenario would be, just a pullback to some of these fib levels and then a push up. So, let me see. I hadn't even looked at this yet. Sorry, guys. We're exploring the chart here. So, yeah, I mean, as you can see, the 20-day weekly EMA is coming up here towards the 200. So, I'd like to see a push back. So, once again, the overall macro move is still looking very good. So I think people here, we need a pullback, and they think, we got to come back down here to $13 and test this trend line again. And that's not at all what I'm saying. What I would like to see is basically this right here. So if you can see right here on July 6th, and then to up here through July 21st, and then what you want to bet, that's some form of a fib retracement. Right there. Yep. Pretty much that. Sorry, let me make it bigger so I can make sure. I couldn't tell it was a 707 and 786. Yeah. So the 707, and then we started, pushing back, right back up. So we made from here, we've been consistently making higher lows. Then we made a higher high. Now we got a higher low. Now we're making a higher high. All I want to see here is we want to see a higher low before we start pushing back up. So anyway, this video's gone on longer than I thought, but I just want you to know that I'm not just saying I think we need a pullback because I think the run is over or anything along those lines. I think we need a pullback just so that way we can regain some energy in the stock, so to speak. If you come over here to the RSI, wow, I need an upgrade. If you come over here to the RSI, it's still sitting up here at 72, which, yes, it can go higher than that. But what I would like to see, this is, once again, this run right here is a perfect example. So we were at 50. We ran up till we started getting hot. Then we pulled back to about 50 again, and then we pushed up from there. So it doesn't have to pull back quite that far. But, coming down here somewhere in that 60 ballpark or so, would be nice to see. But just chill. Remove emotion. Okay, just relax. The stock's going to do what it wants regardless of how many shares you or I are buying. Obviously, I would love to see, some great momentum. And this actually looks good right here. I hadn't checked this. So the RSI is pretty low. We bounced right at the bottom here. So, like I said, there's going to be potential, for push up. Like I said on Twitter, I think potentially I'm about 75%. We're going to get a pullback, and 25% could be invalidated. So basically, I'm looking for ugliness below this trend line, and I'm looking for, essentially prettiness right above here. And when pushing through it, you don't want these little weak candles. You want the big boom booms. Okay? So that's what I'm looking for. Hope this is helpful to you. Like I said, please like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Yada, yada, yada. I'll have my weekly outlook tomorrow where we'll dive into everything a little bit deeper. Have a good one, my friends.